Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Today is Thursday, you guys' favorite day of the week. I know it's your favorite day of the week because you guys are dirty little bastards. You know you guys are ready for the sexy book of all time. We are doing Haunting the Hunter today. Alright, we finally finished Beautiful Venom. Beautiful Venom was amazing. I want to know if you guys want to continue that series after that, or if you guys want to continue the Hooked series, or if there's another series you want to continue. I know we did, what was that other one? A Court of Thorns and Roses, there was that one. Or if you guys want to start a new series, you guys let me know. Alright, so, yeah, man. I'm super excited to get into this. I know that you guys are. But before we get into it, we have our thread. And we got a juicy thread. The thread is, what's your shitty roommate story? All right? So, I bought Dave's Killer Bread and Bounty paper towels, which he interpreted as a subliminal message to him that I think he is a bully. And he confronted me, telling me that if I had a problem with him, I better just tell him to his face like a man. This lecture lasted about 10 minutes, and he was really aggressive about it. I didn't have a problem with him until that point, but then a lot of his strange behavior started clicking in place, and I realized that dude was nuts. Wait a minute. So because you bought Dave's Killer Bread and toilet paper, he's just like, wait a minute, hold up. He wants to fight. It's on. It's fucking on. I can't let this stand. He bought Dave's Killer. Like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Why would he think that that's a, declaration of war or something? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell is going on here? Bro, it's bread and toilet paper, bro. Chill. Okay. He must have mental problems. He easily must have some mental problems, because there's no way in hell you're going to sit there and buy some bread and all of a sudden you're just, freaking the fuck out. There's just no way, man. No way. Oh, okay. All right, what is your shitty roommate story? Okay. Years ago, I had a roommate / good friend. I was always home I was always home after work about 30 minutes before him, so I'd shower immediately so he wouldn't have to wait for me. He was jealous I was home so early, so he'd tweak his schedule so he would sometimes arrive home at the same time as me or a little earlier. If he was home early, he'd run to the shower, then hang out and smoke pot and only jump in the shower when he heard me come home, resulting in me having to wait around in my dirty work duds. If he was home after me, a few times I'd exit the bathroom and he was standing there beside the door in his underwear holding his towel and looking at me in a very salty manner. No longer friends, bro. The level of pettiness is ridiculous. Why? What's the point in that? Because it's like, I get home 30 minutes early. I jump right in the shower, so that way by the time you get home, guess what? The shower is free. But for some reason, you thought to yourself, let me go ahead and get in the shower, or get home earlier than him, and then I'm going to wait. And then when he gets home, I'm going to take a shower, and I'm going to take a long one, too. I'm going to make him fucking wait for me. Oh, you're going to wait for me, dude. What? What's the point in that? Why be petty about the shower? You know what I mean? I really don't get that. Do some people think to themselves and they're just like, you know what? I'm just having a bad day and I want everyone else to have a bad day too? I just don't get that. I don't get it at all. Like, what is your reasoning for getting home early on purpose and then not taking a shower until he gets home on purpose? Like, I just don't get that. Like, why would you want those problems? For what? Okay. All right. The world may never know, I guess. What's your shitty roommate story? He brought crack-headed prostitutes home and left them there while he went to work. Wait, hold up. What? What? He brought what home? Oh, shit. Came home to find all his electronics stolen. Nigga. No surprise, bro. Why would you leave crack-headed whores inside of your own house? What are you doing? You're asking to get stolen. It's like the motherfucker that you know will mug you. You're like, hey, man, come on in. Come on in. Hey, why don't you stay over? I'm going to go to work for a full 8 hours. You know, you do you, man. I'll see you. Like, what, you think he's just not going to rob you? Come on, man. What the fuck, bro? That is insanity. And tried to blame me for not doing something to stop them. Like I'm trying to work in my room and I am not about to wrestle a tweaker hooker with a tweaker strength. Dude, I wouldn't either. Okay? Because I don't know what because you got to look at it like this. They have nothing to lose. All right? And see, y'all got on me about the whole, like, you know, minding your business and this and that. Oh, if you could stop the situation, then why don't you? Nah, nigga, you put yourself in that situation. I'm not about to sit here and possibly get stabbed or deal with somebody that's got nothing to lose. They look at it like, bro, if I go to jail, okay, oh well, who cares? You know what I mean? If I stab this dude or if I kill this dude, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, hell no. I much rather just watch you make your dumb decision. I'll protect my electronics because I'm at home. You know what I mean? Now, if they want to come into the room, that's a different story. All right, if they want to try to come in my shit, then that's a different story. But, hey, you invited them. You invited them there. Those are your guests. If you don't want to take care of your guests, that's on you, dog. All right, hell to the nah, man. Hell to the nah, bro. That's crazy. Okay, what's your shitty roommate story? Freshman roommate, 4 of us in a quad room. Darren, he bumped smokes constantly. Would be a huge dick if you asked him for one. Really make you earn it. Super cheap, and any shared bills generally not fun to be around. The sad thing is he clearly wanted to have friends, but he just could not piece it together that required the basic level of niceness. All right, look, I mean, dude, you got to understand, man. Like, people that are like that, they're the type of people that they expect other people to just be completely nice and they can kind of just act the way they want to act. Like they're the type of people, they look at it like if it's someone else, they're going to take this moral high ground of like, oh, you should be like this and you should act like that and you should say this. You know what I mean? And then when it comes to themselves, they're like, oh, hell no. Me, I would, no. And it's like, bruh, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to expect to have friends if you're constantly being a dick, you know what I mean? And then you expect them to like you get mad at them for not being cool that you're being a dick. Like, you should accept my dickness. Like, what the fuck, man? You should accept me being an asshole. Like, I should be able to just be an asshole and then you accept that. What the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, bro, who the hell do you think you are, man? That's why for me, I'm sorry, I could never have roommates. Could never do it. I'm sorry, like, even roommating with my friends, like, my 2 best friends, I don't even think I could roommate with them. I'm sorry to say it, love those guys, known them for 20 plus years, but I don't think we could roommate. I really don't. I mean, it would sound great, but I just don't think I could. I'm such a type of person when I'm at home. I love it being me, myself, and I. You know what I mean? I don't like to deal with anybody or anyone or anything. I don't like micromanaging shit. I don't like when my stuff gets touched and moved and all that. I can't stand it. I crash out to those things, man. I don't want to. No. I don't want to deal with it. Don't want to deal with it. Don't want to do it. I just don't. No, thank you. You can't make me. All right. What's your shitty roommate story? My college roommate got crabs from a girl he was dating. Damn. Cooked. He got the medication to treat it, but after he'd comb his pubes with the medication, he'd leave the comb in the sink unwashed within inches of our toothbrushes. This man had no respect. No respect for any. The fact that you're not using the comb and then cleaning it. Like, bruh. I guarantee you he probably still has crabs and wondered why the medicine didn't work. It's like, nigga, because you're probably reapplying the medicine and then using the dirty comb. Thinking like, oh, well, you know, I used the comb just for this, so it's like it should work. Like, nah, bro. I guarantee you he's a slob. Oh, I guarantee you it was more than just the crab thing. I guarantee you he probably leaves mad dishes in the sink. I guarantee he's the type of dude that's got cups all over the fucking place. I guarantee he's the type of dude that, you know, if you go into his room, you're gonna find a week-old sandwich somewhere. You're gonna find it somewhere. I don't know where you're gonna find it, but you're gonna fucking find that week-old sandwich. And it's gonna be like, holy shit. You're gonna find that week-old sandwich. I don't know where, I don't know how, but you're gonna find it. You might even find a corner with piss in it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I guarantee you he's this type of dude, bro. There's so many times that in this show I've done scenarios and situations, and we've done, you know, there were times where people were like, mainly it was like college roommates and college stories and stuff like that when they would talk about it. And people would tell me how they would get drunk. Like, for instance, there was this one girl. She had wrote into the show, and she was like, oh, you know, I have a boyfriend. And he got so drunk that he opened his drawer, and he would pee in this drawer. And so when you would open this drawer, there would just be piss in it. There would just be piss in this drawer. And I'm like, that's fucking disgusting. And there was another guy that was just like, yeah, I had to move out of my dorm room because literally my roommate would go into the closet and there would be a corner that he would just piss in. It got so bad that they had to cut and rip the carpet out because it stained that bad and it smelled that bad. And I'm like, nigga, guarantee he's probably one of those dudes. Guarantee he's probably one of those dudes. Like I said, he's either got one or he's got them all. He's either got a nasty sandwich that's been in there for weeks. He's either got a bunch of shitty cups in there, or he's got a piss drawer. He's got a piss corner. Something. Guarantee it. No doubt in my mind, bro. No doubt in my mind. All right, on to our next one. What is your shitty roommate story? My second place with a lot of roommates when I was 19, I went to Shambhala and didn't have a lock on my door. I came back and one of the two girls, back and one of the girls who was much larger in width and height had decided to try on all my clothes and throw them across the house. They were all stretched and damaged, and she showed no remorse. The house voted to kick her out, and on her way out, she flushed her weave, causing our septic tank to explode. That's crazy. That's crazy, and I guarantee you this was a fat black girl. Guarantee it was a fat black girl. And she was probably mad because you guys were little skinny white girls. And so she was just like, oh, I'm going to try these bitches' clothes on. And, you know, I'm going to try these bitches' clothes on. And I'm going to stretch them out. And, yeah, these old little twig bitches. I guarantee you, bro, she was hot. I don't know what for, but she was hot, bro. She was mad as fuck that y'all were little skinny girls, little skinny white girls, and she was a fat black girl. And that's why she flushed her little nasty ass weave down the toilet, man. That's crazy. That is wild as fuck, man. Goddamn Shalonda. You know? Goddamn Shalonda, bro. Oh my god. Fucking Shalonda Shaniqua. Alright, what is your shitty roommate story? When I lived with a roommate in college, someone got too high and ate all the tops off of an 8-pack of muffins. That someone was me, and I was the shitty roommate. That's funny, bro. He was just like, man, somebody came home, they ate all the tops off the muffins. Who would do that? That was me. That was fucking me. Like, bro, that's fucked up, man. That's mad fucked up. I don't know why people eat only the tops of the muffins. The bottom part is just as good. You know what I mean? The bottom part is just as good. I don't know why people only eat the muffin top. I eat the whole damn thing. I think it's great. I think it tastes fantastic. I don't know what y'all problem is. You know what I mean? The world may never know, I guess, on that one. That is funny. All right. What is your shitty roommate story? Said he was trying to get better at mixing drinks and needed someone to give feedback. Anything that was dark, non-see-through drink, he was spiking. The only thing was he wasn't putting enough in to knock me out. Had a friend pick me up when I knew I was hallucinating and asked him to take me to the hospital and took a drug test. Called up the landlord and told him what my roommate had been doing. He made sure his stuff was gone within 48 hours and my roommate was arrested. I was apparently the guinea pig for his drug concoctions. Thankfully, it never got to anyone else, and because I am apparently very drug resistant, I do have to say he did make a very good 7 in 7. That is insanity. So mans was just like, hey, yo, I'm trying to be the next Walter White up in this bitch. I need you to taste these drinks for me because I am trying to absolutely destroy people. Or he was trying to create the next date rape drug. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, yo.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's what I'm thinking. Because it's like, why would you make a concoction that passes out, that makes somebody pass out? You know what I mean? Like, why would you do that? And I think for the, guy that wrote in, he was just like, yeah, dude, it's just not working. You said this is supposed to, like, knock me out. Like, nah, man, I'm chilling. And then he had so much of it. I guarantee you if a girl had just a little bit of it, she would have been out off her ass. You know what I mean? She would have just been out off her ass, just done. And man, I could see why they were like, yeah, we got to get this motherfucker out of here because he gonna get us caught up with some allegations. You know what I mean? He's gonna get us caught up with some allegations, bruh. Woo, yeah, nah, couldn't be me, Jesus. Couldn't be me. Hell to the no. Oh my God. All right, what's your shitty roommate story? Freshman year of college in the dorms. He wasn't a bad person. He did some things that left me in a shitty way. I guess milk wasn't popular where he was from. So he bought a plastic half-gallon to try it. Took a couple of sips and decided he didn't like it. Screw the lid back on and put it in a small trash can we had in the corner. I assumed it was an empty carton. We didn't use the trash much, and it just sat there in LA in September with no AC. Oh, you're cooked, bro. In the middle of the night, one night it exploded and sent spoiling milk flying across my side of the room. I slept through it and woke in the morning to the smell of the curdled milk cemented all over my bed, clothes, desk, ceiling, and I was confused as shit, but put it together after a few minutes. He had a sore throat and felt really crappy all day. Went to the nurse, and it turns out bacteria from the milk got into my lungs, and I had pneumonia. Was bedridden for about a week. Fun start to college. Dang, that's fucked up. I mean, I get it. He didn't do it on purpose. You know what I mean? He didn't do it on purpose. I would have thought the same thing. I would have thought, like, yeah, putting milk in the fucking trash, whatever it is, what it is. I probably would have dumped it out first. That probably would have been smart. You know what I mean? Like, maybe dump it down the drain and then throw it away. That kind of would have been smart, too. But at the same time, like, I myself wouldn't have thought that the milk would explode. I didn't know that milk could explode just because it got too hot. Like, I did not know that. That's insanity. That's new to me. All right, I don't know if that's new to you guys, but that's fucking new to me. I didn't know milk could explode like that. But apparently milk can explode if it gets too hot. Like, that's some crazy shit. Because I know down here out in LA, it does get pretty hot. You know what I mean? Especially in September. September is easily like 95 plus. So, yeah, and then you got no AC either? Oh, hell no. Oh, God, no. No, man. And then on top of that, it's like, if the milk exploded that bad, I mean, I guess he's probably a deep sleeper, because I know my ass would have woke up immediately. Something exploding in my trash can, yeah, I would have heard it. Knowing I don't have like a cat or a dog or anything like that, no. I would have been just like, fuck was that? You know, I'm just saying. Like I said, I don't know. That's me. But hey, that must suck. Yes, definitely a tough start to college indeed. All right, we're going to do one more and then we're going to end the thread. What is your shitty roommate story? Dude got into a fight with his girlfriend, who also lived with us, because she picked up an extra shift at work. He decided this was reasonable cause to throw her things in the backyard and light them on fire. Okay. It wasn't bad enough he didn't bother to move the pile of belongings away from the house before igniting them, so the back of the house caught fire as well. Thankfully, the fire department was nearby and they managed to put it out before the whole place burned down, but it was a long night. Also, a couple of days later, his dad frantically showed up at the house, grabbed the guy's computer, and ran off. Having apparently said something to another roommate about not wanting the cops to get it, we can only speculate on what the fuck that was about. Okay. Yeah, see, that would be a situation where I'd be like, yep, minding my own goddamn business. I don't want to know why in the hell his dad would be coming up into the crib and deciding, yeah, this laptop is mine. You know, because I guarantee his dad was probably the one that bought it for him. That might have been what it was. His dad bought it for him and was just like, nigga, you've been failing all your classes and not doing what you're supposed to do. And you've been putting all this money on the emergency credit card, man. You don't deserve none of this shit. I get it. But the fact that, like, you out here burning a girl's shit, bro, come on, man. Like, just the fact that you let it get like that is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I don't get why dudes crash out so hard over, like, a girl breaking up with them. Like, it is what it is, man. You just move the fuck on, bro. Especially because you're in college. In college, that's especially the time. I always say, like, high school and college are the two places you never really take girls serious. The reason being is because in high school, you never know where you guys are going next. And so it's like, if you're going to one college and she's going to another, well, guess what? That relationship ain't gonna last. If after school you guys take job opportunities and they separate you, well, guess what? It ain't gonna last. You know what I mean? In college, it's like, bro, college is one of those places where it's just a cesspool of just fucking sex and drugs, dude. If I'm being real with you, you know what I mean? Like, there's a small minute of people who don't party and all that kind of stuff. Like, I was one of those people. I didn't really party and do all that kind of stuff in college because I just didn't really care for it. But I knew a lot of people that did. I knew a fuck ton of people that did. And, you know, they were all fucking. You know what I mean? They were all fucking. Like, it's bad. It's bad. So that's what I'm saying. It's just like, bro, those are the two places you never take a girl serious. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that you're out here taking a girl serious in college is crazy to me. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? But that's going to go and be that thread. Hope you guys enjoyed that thread. I know I did. That was an interesting thread. Yeah, people are insanity. You know what I mean? Absolutely crazy. But we're going to hop through announcements and get right on into our book. I do not know what chapter number. Oh, actually, I do. It's on screen. We're doing chapter 16 and 17 for Haunting the Hunter. So, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and the Sunday show. All right? Audio listeners, thank you guys for the support. You guys have been absolutely killing it. Thank you. I really appreciate that so very much, man. You guys are the absolute best, and I appreciate you so much. Okay? Let's see. If you want to follow, or if you want to support us even more, go ahead and rate us 5 stars on your preferred platform. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All of that helps out so much, and I do appreciate and love you guys so very much. Without further ado, though, we will get into today's book. Let's do it.
The appliance shudders. A curl of smoke seeps from the slot just before he materializes in front of me, smile sharpened and eyes glowing faintly gold. I flinch, unable to hide it. He grins wider, teeth flashing. Ding! My toast pops up. blackened. Is that a normal thing for you? I try to steady my hands as I reach for the plate. Possessing kitchen appliances? He glides behind me, his breath ghosting against my ear.
Only if it inconveniences you.
He whispers, voice soaked in amusement. I tense as the air around me shifts. He's playing with me. Dick? I grumbled, trying not to pout.
Guilty. Keep being mouthy and I'll show you just how big of a dick I can be.
Alabaster trails his fingers up my silk nightie. I slap his hand away, realizing I have nothing on under it. His eyes flash, and my cheeks heat as I avoid his gaze. In the next moment, I'm lifted, splayed out on the counter, silk bunched up to my waist. My legs are spread wide. I'm completely exposed as his face dives between my legs. He laughs softly.
You summoned me, pretty girl. You didn't think that would come with boundaries, did you?
Can't you just leave me alone?
You're the one who called me.
He says, tilting his head, the move animalistic.
I'm afraid we're tethered now.
I just wanted to eat my breakfast. I whine, his hand covering my face.
Me too.
He says. I can feel his tongue darting out, trailing up my center, and I squeak, not expecting the feeling.
You make such delicious sounds when you're startled.
I gasp, my body reacting before I can stop it, goosebumps rising like a warning. Then, Callie? Jack's voice cuts through the room, casual but close. Who are you talking to? I go cold with terror. My legs still spread wide, alabaster between them. I can feel his deep growl over my clit, his claws possessively digging into my thighs. I try to close them, worried that Jack will see, but he won't allow my legs to close. Myself, I say too quickly. Obviously. There's a pause as he enters the kitchen. You're telling yourself to leave you alone? Jack, don't! I try to tell him not to come in, but I'm too late. His eyebrows raise. What you doing there? He must be referring to me, splayed out like I'm pleasuring myself next to the toaster. I reach down, attempting to shove Alabaster away, but he's now sucking my clit into his mouth. My hand slaps to my mouth as I try not to let the moan past my lips, and my eyes are glued to Jack, who is looking both aroused and like I have 5 heads. Searing pain hits my core as I feel him bite down on my clit. My eyes snap back to Alabaster.
Let him watch.
He growls.
I want him to see what I do to you.
In that moment, he starts fucking me with his tongue. It glides inside of me, curling up and teasing just the right spot. My hand reaches down, gripping at his hair, pulling him into me. I grind against his face like a woman possessed as I come in waves. Jack's voice snaps me out of my high. Fuck, Callie. That was the hottest thing I have ever seen. Alabaster stands in that moment, releasing me, and rises to his full height. A smirk is stuck on his face as he licks my cum off his lips. I slowly turn towards Jack. He walks up to me, gripping my chin more firmly than I expected, and angles my face up to meet his eyes. If you wanted to get off, you could have just asked. I look at him confused. No, Instantly, Jack's body begins to tremble, and his eyes roll back and then darken into an inky solid black. His skin drains of color, muscles twitching as if he's fighting something inside. His hands reach toward his face before stilling in midair, and his movements go calm. Controlled. He drops his hands and looks straight at me. A grotesque smile spreads across his face, looking completely unnatural. It doesn't reach his eyes. Wake up! Jack, wake up! My voice is shrill with panic. What are you doing to him? Get out!
Burning the memory from his mind. I wasn't going to let him interrupt my meal.
I jump up and grab Jack by the shoulders, shaking him hard. He looks down at me. It's Jack's face, but it's not Jack at all.
Do you want this human?
Alabaster asks, voice dangerous, a brow raised accusingly. No, he's my friend, I stammer. Jack's always been there for me, but I don't see him like that anymore. He's gorgeous, sure, but we both decided a long time ago that it was best to stay friends.
I think we both know it's more than that. Don't let him touch you like you're his again.
Alabaster, inside of Jack, pulls me into his chest, fingers tangling into my hair. His voice darkens into a low, terrifying promise.
If he does, I'll kill him. You are mine.
He waves his finger back and forth at the counter.
And what we just did there will not be the last.
And then Jack's eyes return. Blue, confused. His skin warms again, but he looks disoriented. We're still pressed together. I pull away quickly, face flushed. Damn. I just got the worst headache, he mutters, rubbing his temples. His voice is groggy and disconnected. He stumbles slightly as he moves toward the counter, catching himself on the edge. His breaths are shallow, as if he's been running. His skin, though warmer now, still holds a sickly undertone. Too pale, too slick with sweat. Are you okay? What do you remember? I ask, my voice unsteady. What? Nothing. My head feels like I got hit by a truck. He winces, squinting like the lights are too bright. My stomach feels off too. Weirdest nausea. Do you believe in the supernatural, Jack? He looks at me with a perturbed expression. I'd say I'm a man of science, but why not? He rubs his temples. 100 years ago, the tech we have now would have been considered alien or witchcraft. I believe magic is just a science we don't yet understand. Wow, that's surprisingly wise. I wouldn't expect that from you, I say, genuinely impressed. I have my moments. Why do you ask? Just making conversation. You should get some rest, I suggest softly. He shrugs, brushing it off, but it's forced. He truly doesn't remember, and that terrifies me more than if he did. Yeah. His phone buzzes with a notification. He pulls it from his pocket, unlocking it. Is it Cade? Yeah. He nods and blows out a breath, looking over at me. He found his target. He's so pale. You okay, Jack? He gulps. Yeah. I think I'm getting sick. I'll go lie down. Okay. Thank you, Jack. I'm glad my brother has you. He chuckles weakly as he walks away. Who the hell else could put up with him? Besides you. I shake my head and make my way to my bedroom, heading out to my balcony. I need air. I sink into the chair, letting the breeze bite at my skin. Since I called his name, Alabaster has been hovering over me like a shadow I can't shake. At first I was in shock, but now, I don't know. What he did to that man in the bar, what he just did to Jack, I don't know what he's capable of. He should go. I head back into my room and go to the grimoire, flipping pages like a woman possessed. I find spells for fairies, gnomes, ghosts. There. Protection against demons. Fuck, it's complicated, and I don't have half the ingredients. But then I find another. Protection ward. Salt, cinnamon, blood. I scan the room. He's gone. For now. I bolt to the kitchen and grab salt, cinnamon, and a knife. Back in my room, I spread the mixture of salt and cinnamon around the bed. Good enough. It has to be. I take the knife, press it to my palm, hesitating for a moment, then slice. A sharp sting blooms as blood wells and drips into the circle. I press a shirt to my hand, murmuring the incantation from the grimoire, voice low and trembling. I sit on the bed, back against the headboard. Okay. Now what? The room is still. Maybe it worked. I say his name in my mind. And instantly regret it. The air tightens, darkness blooms in the farthest corner. I see his eyes first. I freeze.
Playing with knives, pretty girl?
He asks, voice curling around the room. Stay away from me, I snap, trying to sound braver than I feel. He steps closer and crouches, dips a finger into the circle, blood, salt, cinnamon, brings it to his mouth, licking it. His tongue is long and inhuman. And yet my stomach tightens. Heat. Shame. Confusion. Leave me alone, I say, anger laced in my tone. You put me in this position. I won't let you hurt the people I care about.
I have no intention of hurting anyone. Not yet.
He grins, my blood on his teeth.
I just don't like anyone touching my things.
I am not a thing.
Cute. Very cute. But you'll need something stronger to keep me away.
Maybe you can enlighten me. I'm not exactly well-versed in being haunted by a demon. He pulls his finger from his mouth, seeming to savor the flavor.
Your blood tastes almost as good as your pussy.
And he's suddenly in front of me, hovering. His presence is overwhelming. The air around him warms, and the warmth of his body isn't comforting. It's invasive. My skin reacts before I do, prickling. I hate it. I hate that I'm not pulling away. His hand on my chin isn't rough, but it's sure. My breath catches. I don't want to inhale him, but my lungs betray me as I breathe him in. He tilts my head, like he's inspecting prey, something to be cataloged before it's devoured. Then his voice, velvet and jagged, is right against my lips.
I never said I was a demon, pretty girl.
Chapter 17. Cade. My eyes are fixed on the yellow lines of the road, focused on my next destination. Alan is nearly in hand. We are one step closer. Back there, you said I reminded you of your sister. What's she like? Andrea asks casually. Stubborn, always in trouble, and with a special talent of testing my patience, I say flatly. Well, she's lucky to have someone like you to protect her. That's what a brother is supposed to do. I ignore her sentiment. Does he hurt you? She looks away, shrinking into her seat. I notice the bruising on her arms where she has been clutching all night. I don't want to talk about it, she says, her voice cracking. You should report that. I nod to her arms. I can tell she's fighting off tears, her voice cracking when she speaks. If I'm being honest, I'm terrified of him. She shakes her head. I should have never moved here after our dad died. Tears begin streaming down her face. A brother is supposed to protect you, to keep you safe. She cries into her hands, her breathing coming too quick. I'm so fucking stupid. What did he do? I ask, my voice calm. I don't know for sure. I was with them at the clubhouse last week. I only had one drink, but I don't remember what happened after that. Her voice drops to a whisper. I moved out last week. He said he wanted to apologize to me, so I met up with him. Obviously, that was a mistake. She exhales a large breath. If I'm being honest, I don't want to know. I just want to get as far away from him as I can. My hands grip the wheel as the pieces begin to fall into place. We sit in silence for the remainder of the drive due to no fucking radio signal, but I managed to cut the drive time. Thanks, Jack. I look at her confused until I remember I gave her Jack's name and nod. They mentioned a clubhouse. Where is that exactly? She looks over at me, face mixed with concern and confusion. What are you going to do? She asks in a low voice. Nothing. I just want to talk to them. I wait until she's safely inside her coworker's house before speeding away. That fucker Alan better still be there. It doesn't take me long to find him. I pull into the lot beside an old gambling hall, throw on my hoodie and text Jack the update. I parked a few spots over. The angle perfect. Now we wait. After 10 minutes, the silence begins to press in too heavily, like the air's being sucked out of the truck's cab. My chest tightens. It's too still. Too quiet. The kind of quiet I remember. Before the masks, before the rituals, before the screaming. I used to have to sit like this, expected to be silent, to be still, obedient, with no control. When they brought in the boy, I knew what was coming, but I didn't run. I watched, I shook, and I never stopped. I focus on my hands, trying to ground myself, but they blur in front of me. I grip the wheel, knuckles white, but they don't feel like mine any longer. They're too still, too steady, detached. I blink, once, twice. My mind races as the adrenaline bubbles to the forefront. Panic rises, a sudden choking wave that I attempt to ignore. My ears ring, the world's colors growing too bright and hazy. My breaths come in, shallow and sharp. A panic attack. I throw the truck door open, stumble out and slam it shut. The world spins. Vertigo from hell. I fight to stay upright, my gaze stuck on the side mirror, eyes unblinking at my distorted reflection. I squeeze my eyes shut and slam my fist into the hood. Stop! Fucking stop! Flashes of blood and the dagger. I brace myself against the hood, rubbing my eyes as I try to focus and breathe. It doesn't help. The corners of my vision blur, a cold sweat running down my back. I rip open the truck door, grab the cooler, and dump water over my head. The shock helps, but just barely. I drop to my knees, head bowed, and try to reset my mind. And then, I feel it. A warm vibration blooms in my chest. You're here. I don't know how I can feel you, but I do. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're just my mind's way of coping. But you made it stop. I can't see you. I can't touch you. And I don't care. I might be fucked in the head, but I need this. I need you. You slip through my fingers, but I feel you everywhere. You haunt my dreams and crawl under my skin until I can't think of anything else. Every time I'm reminded of you, it's like you're right here. Your touch, your warmth. It drives me mad. In the moment, I feel like I'm drowning. You become the air I breathe, and I'm starving for every breath of you. I shouldn't want this. It's pathetic, desperate. But when I feel you, fuck, I can breathe. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in anything I can't touch, can't see, can't kill. And yet, here I am talking to you like a lunatic in the middle of the desert. Worse than that, I'm grateful. My hand finds the pendulum Callie gave me. I rub the chain between my thumb and forefinger, letting the texture anchor me. This isn't right. I feel guilty for allowing my own delusions to comfort me, convincing myself that maybe it's okay as long as it helps. Climbing back into the truck, I sit, wet and still. Minutes stretch as my fingers twitch against the wheel, my gaze fixed on the entrance of the building. It's 5 a.m. when the doors swing open, and a man stumbles out, thrown onto the gravel by two bouncers, who slam the door behind them. Gray, balding, pinstriped suit. My eyes lock in on him. That's my guy. My mind snaps back to the mission at hand. He staggers to his rusted truck, yelling slurred curses, the engine barely turning over. He drives off, slow and swerving. He would have seen me tailing him if he weren't so drunk, but watching him try to stay in the lines is almost relaxing. My focus is broken when red and blues light our vehicles. A highway patrol officer. Fuck. The vehicle pulls in front of me and sounds its siren. I pull into a gas station and turn my headlights off, letting the night swallow me. Eventually, the officer drives away with Alan in the back seat, still cursing. I look up the local station's location on my phone. The nearest one is in Vegas. I give them a head start, then follow them into the Mojave. When I hear the roar of motorcycle engines behind me, I sigh. Guess we're doing this. I pull the truck over to the side of the road and grab my duffel from the back seat. Unzipping it, I pull out my serrated blade, then shrug on my hoodie, tossing the hood up over my head. I step out. 6 bikes surround me fast. I roll my shoulders. Theo is sobered up just enough to be cocky, pulls a gun and grins when he sees my knife. Hasn't anyone told you not to bring a knife to a gunfight? I shrug. I've never needed one. I throw the knife. It hits his eye socket dead on. Theo screams, crumples, hits the ground hard. The others rush me. I dodge too, slipping past their swings, weaving through them like water until I reach Theo. I yank the knife from his skull. Blood sprays warm on my face and drive it up into the chin of the closest one. I rip it out as he drops. Another lunges, I roundhouse kick him square in the jaw. He's out cold before he hits the dirt. I slit his throat anyway. 3 down, 3 to go. I mutter, cracking my neck. The large bald guy throws his hands up. Stop! I think we're done here. I wipe my mouth with the back of my bloody hand and step into the glow of their headlights, slowly walking toward them. I'd say that's fair, considering you're dead friends. I twirl the blade in my hand. Answer one question and I'll let you live. They hesitate. I raise my brow. Who drugged the girl? Just out of curiosity. One of them points straight at the bald man. Mac! It was Mac! I glance over at the snitch. He's backing up toward his bike, eyes wide. I purse my lips and nod. Good to know. The knife lands between his eyes. He drops without a sound. Mac bolts for Theo's body, goes for the gun. Another guy sprints toward his bike. I move fast. I'm on him before he can even get the engine started. I grab the back of his neck and slam him down. My boot comes down hard, once, twice, again, until he stops moving. I turn. Mac stands 10 feet away, holding the gun sideways, one hand shaking. Stay the fuck back! He shouts, voice cracking. I take a step forward, catching the gleam of the chrome in the headlights. Desert Eagle. I drop my head, slowly shaking it. The shot rings out into the dead night air, the gun kicking back and whacking the dumbass in the face. My head tilts back and I laugh. You missed, I say flatly, throwing the knife. It slices clean through his hand. He quickly drops the weapon, screaming as he holds his hand, falling to his knees. I'm on him fast, kicking the gun away and shove him to the ground with a hand to his throat. Desert Eagles have a good kick, I say, low and calm. I'd recommend 2 hands next time. I flash a grim smile. But you won't be getting the opportunity, will you? I shouldn't be enjoying this, but I am. I place the blade to his cheek and drag it slowly down to his jaw. Blood beats up along the cut. I'd love to take my time with you, but I have too much going on for a side quest. I press the knife into his gaping mouth and shove it upward. He gurgles, spasms, then goes still. I check his pockets. No ID, just a wad of hundreds and a bag of white powder. Figures. I nudge the gun back toward his body and walk to the truck, wiping the blade clean and tossing it back into the duffel. One last glance over my shoulder. Looks like a drug deal gone wrong. I walk over to my truck and strip off my hoodie, toss it in the back seat. I couldn't have planned it better myself. It's not the chase, not really. It's the retribution. Someone getting exactly what they deserve. I climb into the driver's seat and leave the gruesome scene in the rear view. This kind of silence doesn't bother me. It belongs to me. Not like the silence I grew up in. The waiting, the obedience, the quiet before the pain. That kind broke me. No, this builds me. The anticipation of the inevitable, knowing I'm taking my power back one member at a time. That thought hits low and sharp, a tightening in my chest. A half smile spreads across my face. And then I feel it. Soft, warm, uninvited. You. That same sensation starts creeping back in. Those phantom hands from the other night. That gentle touch. My chest constricts as my body stirs. I feel myself respond and palm my jeans. Not now. You know I have a mission to finish. A smile curves my lips. But after, it'll be me and you. I can feel you pouting, but make no mistake, I will make it up to you. I blast the radio, static-laced country cutting through the quiet. The only damn station out here. Doesn't help. I busy my mind with the scenery, the desert that stretches on either side of me in the dark. Silent, empty. A perfect place to hide a body.
Chapter 18. Callisto. I wake up in a daze. Last night's event still at the forefront of my mind. What did he mean by that? He's not a demon. No, he must be lying. Nothing else makes sense. I sit up groggily, pulling my messy hair back into a bun and head to my closet. As I turn on the light, I jump at the sight of my demon standing before me, looking down with an inquisitive gleam in his eyes. Get out. I need to change, I say with as much authority as I can muster this early in the morning.
Nothing I haven't already seen, pretty girl.
Stop calling me that, I sigh.
You're just going to have to accept that I'm not going anywhere, human.
He says while checking his cuticles. I respond with a scowl. Fine. I'm not going to let him get to me. If his plan is to terrorize me and my family, I should probably try not to piss him off. I grab a t-shirt and jeans from my closet and toss them on my bed, pulling my nightshirt over my head. I avoid eye contact with the monster in the corner. I slip my jeans on and do the skinny jeans shimmy. My curiosity gets the best of me, and I glance up at him. He's staring. Hard. He isn't smiling anymore. His eyes locked on me. I feel my face turn red. No one has ever looked at me this way. He looks hungry. I hate to admit that the way he looks at me makes my body react. I quickly pull my shirt on and slip into my house slippers, then head to the kitchen to make myself a cup of coffee. I find Jack sitting at the table eating cereal. Morning, I say in a husky morning voice. Good morning. He doesn't sound like his usual chipper self. What if he is experiencing side effects from yesterday? I need to find out how being possessed affects the human body. You look like shit. How are you feeling? I say, trying to sound like myself, but it's forced. I'm just tired. Like I said, I think I'm just getting sick. Do you have any updates from Kate? I ask, sitting down next to him. Yeah. Alan was arrested on a DUI. I looked into his police report. He's set to be released later today. This is his first infraction, so they'll be fining him and most likely suspending his license. A DUI? At least he'll be easier to track then, I say with forced cheer. Callie, Alan won't be leaving Vegas alive. But I think you knew that. Yeah. This is kind of fucked up. You wanted to be part of this. You know he's doing what he has to in order to keep you safe. Jack's tone is sincere, but a warning, and I shrink into myself a bit. He's right. I wanted this. I begged Cade for this. I wanted him to understand, to trust me. Do you think I could take the truck into town? You know I can't let you go alone. Cade would. I quickly cut him off. Cade isn't here and you're sick. I can get medicine and some soup. I just need to clear my head. Please, Jack. I give him my best puppy dog eyes, and he gives in. Just don't get into any trouble, he says with an eye roll and a sigh. I smile and pull the keys off the hook on the wall behind him. I'll be back in an hour, I say, running to my room to grab my bag and hurrying out the door. I hop in the driver's seat and start the truck, slowly pulling out of the driveway. It's been a while since I've driven. I get about 50 feet away from the house when I hear,
So, where are we going?
I jump in my seat, the truck skidding and jerking to a stop. What the fuck? Don't do that, I gasp, trying to calm the initial shock, my hand pressed to my chest.
Thought you weren't allowed to leave by yourself. Big Brother's orders. I'm helping keep you out of trouble,
He says, sarcasm dripping from his words. I don't need a babysitter. I want to be alone. The demon quirks a brow, unconvinced.
Did you forget what I said? We are bound. I couldn't leave you if I wanted to. The sooner you accept that, the easier this will be.
I highly doubt that. But I do have a question. I continue down the road, accepting my unwanted ride-along.
Shoot.
You possessed Jack yesterday. Are there any lingering effects? Is he in any danger?
Depends. I don't possess human flesh often, so I'm not as skilled as some of my brethren. He'll most likely feel fatigued and sick to his stomach, or his internal organs could start to shut down. It differs based on the length of the possession, or how often it occurs and if the vessel is willing.
How long will it take for him to get better? What can I get for him that will help?
I typically don't concern myself with the host once I'm done. I'm also not completely familiar with the inner workings of humans. Our anatomy is different.
So you don't know? I say dryly.
He's most likely just dehydrated. His body's feeling the after effects of trying to reject a foreign entity. He should recover in a day or so.
We sit in silence for a beat. That's actually helpful. He just needs electrolytes and rest. And I need to make sure this thing doesn't hijack his body again. I'm going to roll with this. I'll play this monster's little game. I need to understand his intentions. And I don't think he's just going to outright tell me if I ask. I can only assume he wants my soul. But if what he said is true, and he isn't a demon, maybe he has other plans. I need to find out. I'll act as casual as possible, continue my studies, and figure out how to rid myself of this parasite. I can't let this scare me. I may not have been prepared for him to show up when I called, but now I have to clean up my mess. I arrive in town and stop at the corner store, Alabaster trailing close behind. He is huge, and seeing him walk into a store so casually is almost funny. He looks around, appearing confused. I chuckle to myself as I grab the essentials and make my way to the register. The young man rings up the items quickly, bags them, and I pay. Have a nice day, ma'am, the clerk says in a monotone voice. Thank you. You as well. As I leave, I notice my favorite chocolate bar staring back at me. I want to buy it, but there are now people in line behind me and I'm far too socially awkward to keep anyone waiting. So I walk away with a sigh. Settling myself back into the truck, I look over the items. Electrolyte drinks, Tylenol, vitamin C packets, and some chicken soup. This should be good. Alabaster appears in the passenger seat beside me, suspiciously quiet. Back home, I grab a bottle of water, pour the vitamin C packet into it, and shake it as I make my way to Jack, who is lying on the couch watching a horror movie. Here, this will help. Aw, you take such good care of me. Thank you, Nurse Callisto. I roll my eyes and smile at him while tossing the drink onto his stomach. He reacts with a grunt and a laugh. Hey, about yesterday, Jack says, his tone turning serious, his eyes darting away from mine. Don't mention it. It was nothing. I don't remember pulling you toward me. And maybe it was the fever. But I'm sorry. Like I said, Jack, you're sick. Don't mention it. I all but plead with him. Seriously, drop it. All right. I just wanted to make sure you knew I wasn't trying to seduce you, he says with a crooked smile, finally relaxing again. No, of course not. You would never dare try anything with Cade's little sister, I say in a joking tone, my eyes narrowed. His smile drops when he notices the boundary I'm placing. Jack and I have always made jokes, but Cade isn't something to joke about. I'm trying to threaten him with the only thing he'll believe. The jokes need to stop. He isn't safe. Neither am I. No, I wouldn't. He sounds disappointed. It doesn't matter. Nope, I can't begin to overthink whatever the hell that reaction was. I need to study. I'll be in the library if you need me, I say as I walk away with a wave, not looking back. I open the door to my favorite room in the house. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves and stacked cases with my parents' artifacts line the large room. I grab a book titled Ancient Beings and Folklore and make my way to the chair in the corner while skimming its pages. I sit down and notice something on the table beside me. A single chocolate bar. The one I wanted to buy at the store. Did he get this for me?
That's the one you wanted, correct?
I hear his voice coming from the ether as he materializes in front of me. Did you steal this?
Of course not. I took money from your wallet and left it on the counter.
His voice is serious and I snored. A demon with morals? You're joking, right?
I only take what's mine. I'm not a thief.
Oh, but you can steal money out of my wallet?
What's yours is mine, and what's mine is yours, pretty girl.
He teases, and I roll my eyes. Your perception is sorely mistaken.
I was only trying to.
He trails off, not finishing his sentence, his expression unreadable. If this is an apology for last night, I'll accept it on one condition. He looks at me curiously, sauntering over and dropping to kneel in front of me. Even on his knees, he towers over me. I lift my chin to make eye contact, mustering all the courage I can to keep my cool.
You trying to make a deal with me, pretty girl?
He purrs. You won't possess anyone I care about again. He takes a moment, scanning my face.
As I said, I have no intention of hurting you, or the people you care about.
Then what are your intentions? I ask. He continues staring at me as if searching for something. The look in his eyes makes my chest heat up, and suddenly I feel nervous. This feels intimate. Looking at him like this. He's beautiful and terrifying. His sharp, glowing eyes bore into me, his long white hair falling in his face, wrapping around his massive horns. Without thinking, I reach up and touch them, running my fingers along them gently. He doesn't move, allowing me to feel them. They're cold and smooth to the touch. I look at him. Without realizing it, he's leaning toward me, and I close my eyes. I can feel his breath on my cheek. Chills spark all over my body, and I'm lost in the moment. His lips gently graze my cheek, softly moving closer to my mouth. I meet his with my own. The kiss is soft, delicate. He wraps his fingers in my hair, pulling me closer, firmly but gently. I feel his tongue begin to explore my mouth as my lips part. It feels softer than it looks, moving with precision. I should stop this, but I wrap my hands around his waist as his lips make their way down my neck. I moan into the air, head tilting back as he yanks the neckline of my shirt down my shoulder, with his teeth tearing a hole in it. He pulls away for a moment and gazes down at me as my eyes flutter open. They scan his beautiful body and wander lower. He's hard and... oh, God. That doesn't look normal. Fuck.
Chapter 9.
All right. Well, that has been our episode for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the extra chapter I gave you, because I love you guys and I appreciate you, you know what I mean? All right. I will see you guys tomorrow if you're on Patreon, and I'll see you guys on Sunday for either, the pre-recorded stream. And love you guys all. I'll see you then. If you guys enjoyed the book, definitely let me know. I will definitely have I'll have a playlist for this so that you guys can watch the stream and get the first 15 chapters. You can watch that. And then, love you guys all. Peace.